Yes, children, welcome back to your next lecture. We are doing our play, The Proposal, and we had read till page number 148, wherein both Lomo and Natalia are discussing, rather arguing about the ownership over the oxen meadows. Okay, so here on we continue from page number 149. Natalia says, "It's not true. I'll prove it. I'll send my mowers out to the meadows this very day." Mowers are the people who cut the grass. So she says, "I'll send my labor and they'll remove all the grass from those oxen meadows." Because according to her past so many years, she has been doing so. What? My mowers will be there this very day. Lomo says, "I'll give it to them in the net," means I'll give them a hard beating if I see your mowers coming onto my land. Natalia says, "You dare to touch them?" With this, Lomo clutches at his heart. If you remember, in lecture 1, initially we discussed here in the chapter wherein Lomo was discussing about his physical situation, that he had palpitations. So, because of this excitement, now he's holding his heart. He clutches it. Clutch means to hold something very tightly. Oxen meadows are mine. You understand, they are mine. Please don't shout. You can shout yourself hoarse in your own house. Hoarse means with that husky, harsh voice. So you can go and shout at your own house. But here I must ask you to restrain yourself, means control yourself. Keep your volume under control because you are here in my house. If it wasn't, madam, for this awful excruciating palpitation which I'm undergoing, palpitation means that thing which had caused so much of mental pain in him. If my whole inside wasn't upset, I would talk to you in a different way. So I'm unable to talk to you in a loud manner because of this physical pain which I'm undergoing right moment. Oxen meadows are mine. Ours, mine, ours, mine. And with this enters Chubukovia. "What's the matter? What are you both shouting for?" "Papa, please tell this gentleman who owns Oxen Meadows, we or he." Chubuko, "Darling, the meadows are ours." So he also claims that they are theirs. Lumo, "But please, Stephen Stepановich, how can they be yours? Do be a reasonable man. My aunt's grandmother," he's repeating the same story now. "My aunt's grandmother gave the meadows for the temporary and free use of your grandfather's peasants. The peasants used the land for 40 years and they got accustomed to it as if it was their own. When it happened that," now further, he again has to say something. "Excuse me, my precious, you forget just this, that the peasants did not pay your grandmother and all that because the meadows were in dispute and so on. And now everybody knows that they are ours. It means that you haven't seen the plan." So according to Chubukovs, they also have some other documents according to which the place was theirs. "I'll prove to you that they are mine." "You won't be able to prove it, my darling." "I shall." Chubuko, "Dear one, why yell like that? You won't prove anything just by yelling. Means if you're shouting, you cannot be right. I don't want anything of yours and don't intend to give up what I have. Why should I give you? And you know, my beloved, that if you propose to go on arguing about it, I would much sooner give up the meadows to the peasants than to you. If you keep discussing, if you keep arguing. Anyway, I would not give you those oxen meadows. I would give it as a charity to those peasants. They may be the owners, but I would let you have them. Lomo, I don't understand that. How have you the right to give away somebody else's property? Here, Lomo is also not ready to give up with his ownership over them. How can you give my piece of land to someone else? Chubuko, You may take it that I know whether I have the right or not, because, young man, I'm not used to being spoken in that tone of voice, the way you are speaking to me. I, young man, am twice your age and ask you to speak to me without agitating yourself and all that. Agitating means without showing revealing your anger to me. So speak in a low tone, low voice, because I am elder to you. No more. No, you just think I'm a fool and want to have me on. Want to have me on means anyway, whatever you say, I would have to agree just because you are elder to me. You call my land yours, and then you want me to talk to you calmly and politely. Good neighbors don't behave like that, Stephen Stepanovich. You are not a neighbor, you are a grabber. A person who has taken over my land illegally. So you're not a good neighbor at all. What's that? What did you say? Papa, send the Mawas out to the meadows at once. So here both father and the daughter on one side, Lomo to other side, fighting continues. Chubuko, what did you say, sir? Oxen meadows are ours, and I shan't give them up, shan't give them up, shan't give them up. So she is again and again repeating with her claiming of those oxen meadows. We'll see. I'll have the matter taken to court, and then I'll show you that whose is the land. Chubuko, to court? You can take it to court and all that? You can't. I know you. You are just on a lookout for a chance to go to court and all that. You pettifogger? Pettifogger is a person who argues or discusses over smallest of the issues. All your people were like that. All of them, all your people now. The argument has come up to the family part. Okay, so he says, all of you were like that, which Bukov calls Lomo for that. Lomo, never mind about my people and my family. The Lomovs have all been honorable people since years, and not one has ever been tried for embezzlement. So now, when that argument goes on to the family, now they are digging up the past, wherein Chubukov's past here refers to the elder ones or the great grandparents in his family, how one of them had been caught, had been for a trial in reference to the embezzlement. Embezzlement means when a person grabs his employer's money only. Okay, suppose a person in the bank, he takes the bank's money to his own account. Okay, that is embezzlement. In Hindi, there's a word for embezzlement which we call it as gaban. Okay, जहां पर आप काम कर रहे हो वहीं का पैसा आप अपने अकाउंट में डाल रहे हो. That is embezzlement. Okay, so here Lomo tells Chubukovs, because one from their family had been tried. Tried means a court trial for embezzlement, like your grandfather. Chubukov gets irritated, agitated. You Lomovs have had lunacy in your family. Lunacy means madness. All of you. Natalia, she repeats her father's words. All. Your grandfather was a drunkard, and your younger aunt, Nastasia, ran away with an architect, and so on. Okay, so when the relations are cordial, they are cordial. But when it comes to discussions, past things also are brought into the present. Okay, so तुम्हारी बुआ ऐसी थी, and तुम्हारे चाचा ऐसे थे, and तुम्हारे दादा ऐसे थे, and with this they are fighting. Lomov, and your mother was humpbacked. So, talking about the physical ailment which Chubukov's mother had, but he is also holding tightly his heart because that excitement which he is undergoing and that pain, excruciating pain which he has at that moment. Something is pulling in my side, my head, help, water. Chubukov, your father was a guzzling gambler. He is still blaming and still continuing with those abusive words which they are counterparting each other. Okay? Guzzling gambler word refers to a man who is very fat and he eats and drinks very greedily. Okay? Natalia, and there haven't been many backbiters to equal your aunt. Okay? Blaming one another. Children, the next speaker is Lomov. After this Natalia's statement, no, the next speaker is Lomov. Please correct it here. Okay. Lomov says, my left foot has gone to sleep because of those palpitations. He says that his body, means he was losing control over his body. You are an intriguer. Intriguer means a person who's a cheat. Oh my heart. And it's an open secret that before the last elections and before he could say or continue with his statement, I can see stars. He was getting unconscious. He was feeling dizzy. Where's my hat? Natalia. It's low. It's dishonest. It's mean. Because perhaps Chubukov and Natalia were unaware of what exactly Lomov was undergoing. So they are busy with their blaming part. Chubukov. And you are just a malicious, double-faced intriguer. Intriguer means a person who's a cheat, and malicious means a person who desires to harm another person. Malicious means a person who holds so much hatred in himself. Okay? So you are a malicious person. You are a double-faced intriguer. Lomov, here's my hat, my heart. Which way? Where's the door? He wishes to go away from that place. Oh, I think I'm dying. My foot is quite numb. And with this, he goes to the door. Chubukov, following him. And don't set foot in my house again. Dobara nahi aana is ghar ke andar. They don't know what Lomov is, what pain he is having exactly. Natalia, take it to court. We'll see. And with this, Lomov staggers out. Stagger is that unsteady movement. In Hindi, we call it as ladkhadana. Okay? Because so much of pain inside, he is losing control over his body and he is unable to walk even now. Chubukov, take him, devil, take him. And he walks about in excitement. Natalia, what a rascal. What trust can one have in one's neighbors after that? Chubukov says, the villain, the scarecrow. Scarecrow because earlier he had been saying that how smartly, how handsomely you have been dressed. And now he's calling his dress as a scarecrow dress. Okay? This is all about when you start having that feeling of anger within yourself. That all things which are good seem bad to you. Natalia, the monster. First he takes our land and then he has the impudence to abuse us. Impudence means holding that disrespect for us. Chubukov, and that blind hen? Yes, that turnip ghost has the confounded cheek to make a proposal. Here, while talking, while abusing, Chubukov comes up to say that he had come up with a proposal for his daughter. Okay, so using the abusive words. Which abusive words? Blind and turnip ghost means out of that anger, a person who's making me feel so annoyed, and a person who's like that, who's like that, who's like that. See how he can dare to bring the proposal for my daughter's hand, and so on. What a proposal. With this, Natalia catches that word or that statement and says, a proposal? Why? He came here to propose to you. Natalia, to propose to me. Why didn't you tell me so before? Chubukov. So he dresses up in evening clothes. Because of that only, because of that proposal only, he had come so finely dressed. The stuffed sausage, the wizen-faced Trump, he's still abusing him. Still using the abusive words. Okay? Stuffed sausage means a person having so much of wrinkles on his face. Wizen-faced Trump means a person who's so colorless and so dull. So abusing still continues. Okay? Then Natalia says, to propose to me. Oh, and with this, she falls into an easy chair and she wails. Wails means give a loud cry. Okay? Bring him back. Bring him here. Bring whom here? Natalia, quick, I'm ill. Fetch him. Anything may happen. You get that man back. Here we get to know that she was dying to get married to that man. She wanted to get married to that man. But the actual thing was, she never knew that he had come up with a proposal for her, and that made her fight that man. Okay. So she says, I'm ill, fetch him. And with this, she get hysterics, quick movements, quick reactions she has. What's that? What's the matter with you? And with this, he clutches his head, holding his head, tightly holding, because few moments back, he had been abusing that man. And now his daughter says that he should get him back because she wishes to get married. Oh, unhappy man that I am, I'll shoot myself, I'll hang myself. Because he now realizes what mistake he had made. Perhaps they have lost the best prospective groom which his daughter could have ever had. We have done for her. I'm dying, fetch him. Tubuko, at once, don't yell, wait. He runs out. Natalia by then is wailing, she's crying. What have they done to me? Fetch him back, fetch him. Then once again there's a pause and Chibukov runs in. He's coming and so on. They will take him. Oof, talk to him yourself. I don't want to because I've already spilled the milk. I've already spoiled the whole situation. You deal with that man yourself now. Fetch him, Chibukov. He's coming, I'll tell you. Oh, what a burden, Lord, to be the father of a grown-up daughter. I'll cut my throat, I will indeed. We cursed him, we abused him, we drove him out, and it's all because of you. Natalia says, no, it was you. Chibukov, I tell you, it's not my fault. And with this, Lomov appears at the door, and now you talk to him yourself. Because here, if initially you remember, father told that a merchant had come to meet her. He was unable to tell to her daughter straight away that he had come up with a proposal. Daughter here again was no wrong because she was unaware with the intention of that man. And now when she gets to know the actual reason, she comes up with her desire even that she also wanted to get married to that man. Lomov enters. He's exhausted. My heart is palpitating awfully. My foot has gone to sleep. There's something that keeps pulling in my side. Natalia, forgive us please. Ivan Vasilevich, we were all a little heated. I remember now, Oxen Meadows really are yours. So now, when she gets to know that he had come with a proposal for her, she says Oxen Meadows are yours. Because finally, after getting married, the property would remain theirs, be it his or her, but it would become theirs then. So she says they are yours. My heart is beating awfully, my meadows, my eyebrows are both twitching. The meadows are yours. Yes, yours. Do sit down. We were wrong. So be calm. Sit quietly. Don't worry. Don't panic. They are yours. I did it on principle. My land is worth little to me, but I acted on principle. Yes, the principle, just so. Now let's talk of something else. Now don't discuss anything else about the claiming or the ownership of those Oxen Meadows. Let's change the topic because probably you would relax then. The more so as I have the evidence. My aunt's grandmother gave the land to your father's grandfather peasants. Once again, the same story. Third time he's trying to narrate. Yes, let that pass. Let that pass means forget about it now. I wish I knew how to get him started. Get him started means how he would pacify and those palpitations are no more there and he starts saying something. Are you going to start shouting soon? No. Calm down. Relax. Don't raise your volume. Lumo, I'm thinking of having to go at the Black Cock, honored Natalia after the harvest. Oh, have you heard? Just think what a misfortune I've had. My dog Guess, who you know, has gone lame. Lame means dog who had an injured leg. He cannot walk properly. Okay? So I'm thinking of having a go at the Black Cock. Black Cock means one of his place which he holds because he wishes to look after one of his dog named Yes, who is not keeping well, he is lame. What a pity. Why you wish to go there? I don't know. Means what was the reason because of which that poor fellow got lame? Must have got his leg twisted or bitten by some other dog. He takes a deep breath. My very best dog, to say nothing of the expense. I gave Mironov 125 rubles for him. I'm not talking about how much I paid to buy that best quality, best breed dog. I paid 125 rubles. Natalia says, it was too much, Ivan. The dog was not that good a breed that you paid 125 rubles for it. Lomov, I think it was very cheap. He is a first-rate dog. He was such a good quality dog that, okay, again, if I agree that yes, I paid for him that much, it's acceptable. Natalia, Papa gave 85 rubles for his squeezer, and squeezer is heaps better than Guess. Heaps better, that means many times better than your Guess. So Guess was Lomov's dog, Squeezer was Natalia's dog. Okay, you paid 125 for Guess, we paid 85 for Squeezer, but we feel our Squeezer is many times better than your Guess. Squeezer better than Guess. What an idea, and with this he laughed. And once again, Squeezer better than Guess. Of course he is better. Of course, Squeezer is young. He may develop a bit, but on points and pedigree. Pedigree here refers to the best parts of the animal family, the best breed. That is called pedigree. So, if we discuss on points and pedigree, he is better than anything that even Volshansky has got. Means even a person who claims to have the best breed or the best quality of dog, our Squeezer is still better than that. Okay, see, old habits die hard. Natalia, we get to know, is a very argumentative kind of a girl. So she gives up with her ownership with the point when she feels that they both are getting married. But now another fresh discussion has already started that whose dog is the best. I once again say, old habits die hard. वापस से अब लड़ाई शुरू हो चुकी है and this argument is now on the topic of the dogs. Okay. Excuse me, Natalia, but you forgot that he is overshot. And an overshot always means the dog is a bad hunter. Okay. Overshot word is specifically used for those dogs whose upper jaw extends than the lower jaw. Okay, it is a deformity in the dogs. And Lomov tells Natalia that their squeezer is an overshot and the overshot dogs are never a good hunter. Okay, I again repeat the meaning of the word overshot means a deformity wherein the upper jaw extends the lower jaw. Okay, Natalia, overshot? Is he? The first time I hear about it. I assure you that his lower jaw is shorter than the upper. Okay, see the meaning is given there. Have you measured it? Yes, He's all right at following, of course, but if you want to get hold of anything, means if you wish to stick to your point, although your point may be wrong, then it's your wish. Natalia, in the first place, our squeezer is a thoroughbred animal. Thoroughbred means pure breed, the purest breed. The son of harness and chisels. While there's no getting at the pedigree of your dog at all, who knows? It's a mixed breed or the original one. He is old and as ugly as a worn out means tired, cab horse. So she is now using some defamatory words for guess who is Lomov's pet. Lomov says, he is old, but I would not take 5 squeezers for him. Although my dog may be old, but your 5 squeezers and my 1 guess. Why? How can you? Guess is a dog. As for squeezer, well, it's too funny to argue. Anybody you like has a dog as good as squeezer. You may find them under every bush almost, mean they're common. 25 rubles would be a handsome price to pay for him and you paid 85. So you were stupid for that. Natalia, there's some demon of contradiction in you today, Ivan Vasilevich. First you pretend that the meadows are yours, now that your guess is better than our squeezer. I don't like people who don't say what they mean because you know perfectly well that squeezer is 100 times better than your silly guess. Why do you want to say that he is not? Why don't you admit that your dog is not as good as mine? Okay. Now, we'll continue with the remaining part of the chapter in our next session, the next lecture, perhaps tomorrow, and we'll do our question answers also along with it. Okay, you study till here and the further part shall be continued tomorrow. Okay, goodbye children, take care of yourself.